What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports Life and Politics TV, where today we're going to be discussing the life and death of Kevin Samuels. Obviously, he passed away yesterday. They said it was cardiac arrest. Obviously, they'll be doing an autopsy here soon to figure out exactly why he died. He had people celebrating the man's death. That's so low and disgusting and vile. I mean, I remember when Jeffrey Dahmer was ultimately convicted and went to jail, and he died. I didn't see Negroes celebrating that man's death when he died, and he was eating niggas. That just goes to show that if in today's society, if you disagree with women, not all women, I don't want to put all women in the box, but there's obviously more than enough women to where it should be absolutely commented on that this is going too far when you wishing death upon people or celebrating people's death. I mean, you had people like Ronald Reagan who passed away, who was peddling drugs in the black community, who was bringing cocaine in and out of Colombia and destroying black lives for damn near 20, 30 years. There's still remnants of that destruction. And when he died, there wasn't a celebration. This whole thing of celebrating the man's death because some people called in and asked him a question about their lives and he gave his opinion. No, you're not gonna agree with everything he says. He's one man. You can't pedestalize anybody and put them on a pedestal where everything they say is liquid gold. That's not how the world works. Some of you guys are in relationships, some of you guys are married. You don't agree with everything that person's saying. You love that person. You don't agree with everything your mom says. You don't agree with everything your dad says. And these are people that you love. We don't even know, 99.9999% of all people don't even know Kevin Samuels. Never met the man. I just thought it was odd that I seen some black women and black men was happy and okay with this death. I just find it odd that a black man's life can be so belittled, and it's sad, y'all, to see that. And it's scary that if you, as a black man, if you pass away, if you don't agree with everything a person with a feminist mindset has. Some of the stuff I thought, yeah, Kevin Samuels was going over the top a little bit, but that's the black community. We tend to go over the top a little bit on the things that we say, our opinion. We have a different spirit on us. Some of us, we need to be cussed out. When you talking to some black people, you can't just say, hey, you're a little overweight, you might need to lose weight. Some people need to hear, man, you need to get your fat ass in shape. You need to get your big ass up and start moving around. Some of us need that type of coaching. You can't coach everybody softly. And Kevin Samuels' tone was not a soft tone on people. But the condition that we are in the black community with relationships and marriage and kids, we're beyond soft tone. We're beyond somebody calling us and saying it nicely. We're beyond that. Our marriage rates are plummeted to the very bottom. Somebody has to say something and do something. When things are bad and somebody has to discuss it, figure it out, it's not always gonna be nice. It's not always gonna make you feel good. That's like when you take medicine. The medicine not always gonna taste good. It's not supposed to taste like rainbows, strawberries, and cherries. That means it ain't working. You know, you take some medicine and you say, oh my God, that's terrible. 3 hours later, you resting easy, feeling better. 2 days later, you're completely healed up. Because it's tough. It's tough to swallow. And that's life. It's unfortunate. One thing I will say about Kevin Samuels, his whole setup, he made people step their whole game up. With the cologne, the suits, the way he kept his desk, the organization, the neatness, the cleanliness, the tidiness. He had white people, Mexicans, Asians. They looked at this man's videos and was like, damn, we need to step our game up, our presentation up. Even this little thing that he has flipping on the side, I think it's perpetual motion. The little perpetual motion little machine made me want to get one. His microphone, everything that he did it at a high level. He did it with class. So what? You don't agree with everything he says. That's life. You take your ass to work every day and listen to that white man, and you don't agree with almost half the shit he say, but you smile and grin, and you damn sure don't celebrate when your white boss dies. You don't see a motherfucker on the internet, oh my God, on Twitter. That's what my boss get. He was a big asshole, he was a jerk. Oh, but the black man, it's so easy. It's so easy to step on the black man, and this is why so many black men aren't getting married anymore. They feel devalued and they feel like they can be stepped on. Me personally, I'm married. I love my wife and she's a good person. But for the average black man, I have too many friends and family members who aren't married and don't even have the prospects of marrying nobody. Why? Because they feel like when they get with the woman, she's not going to value them. And that falls, and to me personally, this is where I disagree with Kevin Samuels, that falls on the man. You can't lead from the back. What you get, what you accept. If you with a woman, you say, this woman don't cook and clean, goodbye. If that's what you want, that's what women do. Women say if a man ain't a certain height, if she has certain requirements, you say he's not a certain height, she'll get rid of him. If he doesn't move his hips in the bedroom properly, she'll get rid of him. If he doesn't look to the standard of the last guy she was with that she really liked, she'll get rid of him. That's all you have to do, fellas. If a woman ain't up to your standard, get rid of them. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not marrying them and having kids and then trying to get rid of them. But if you're in the early parts of a relationship and this ain't lining up, you have too many black men who accept so much BS and then blame the woman. Well, she's only gonna do what you allow her to get away with. If you ask the average woman, they've been with men who didn't allow that. Now they might have broke up with them, but them men, they wanted them men back because they knew that man stood on something. He believed in something. He believed in himself being a man. You can't allow a man to be a man. That's so asinine and so backwards, it's ridiculous. It's like the logic of saying, I'm gonna let a giraffe, you know what, I'm gonna let that giraffe be a giraffe. How the hell you gonna do that? God made it a giraffe. You have to be out of your mind. But I just want to say this in ending. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. He made a lot of people step their game up. You know, a lot of people say, I don't agree with everything he said. Of course not. You know, nobody agrees with everything anybody says unless you're a man worshiper. And I do believe in the Bible, and I do believe in God. So I don't put men on no pedestal. You're supposed to take the meat off the bone. You're supposed to separate the good from the bad. That's common sense. But RIP to Kevin Samuels. God, I say this to every person who dies. RIP to them, rest in peace. As long as they're not a pedophile. People act like Kevin Samuels was some kind of pedophile. Like he was running around with 13-year-old girls and little boys. Them the people you should be wishing death upon. Them is the people, when you see a pedophile die, that's when you should pour out some liquor and have a drink and celebrate. And enjoy the day. When a man that raped 15, 20 women, that's when you should celebrate the death of somebody. Not when he had an opinion on relationships and these people called them in. I know in this video, you know, I kind of went on a little rant and tangent, but just find it odd what people celebrate. But I want to send a shout out to Kevin Samuels' family. God bless him. RIP to him and his family. May he rest in peace. And to any other black man who loses his life, in a way, I mean, I guess it was a natural way. If it was a heart attack, as long as it wasn't no chicanery or any foul play, because we don't know. Obviously, it's still going to be an investigation. But may God rest the man's soul, man. May he live on. Obviously, he got a lot of content up. You can go back and watch and kind of see what was going on with him. But he's gone now. RIP to the man. I appreciate y'all tuning to the video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, especially if you're my family members and friends. When you watch the video, man, hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe, hit the post notification button so you can see when the videos is dropping, man. Until the next video, y'all. Peace.